Just as we need punctuations in our sentences for our sentences to make sense, rest is an essential part of our survival. You need to rest. Sometimes just take a break. Hi, beautiful people. You're welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, my name is Grace, and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. To be honest, I did not really plan out my content because that's something I usually do. I usually have a script because I talk so much and I don't want to spend an hour talking. But today I didn't do that because I just want to have a heart-to-heart talk with us. I don't know if we know, but the 10th of October was World Mental Health Day, and I'm so happy that there is a day to take that into cognizance, because I feel like we do not really prioritize our mental health as we should. Although I would say that in the past few years, there's been more awareness on it like never before. But I think that people should take practical steps to prioritize their mental health. And not to go into something very deep, I just want to talk about if you're someone who's constantly having feelings of anxiety and you're constantly being overwhelmed, because I usually find myself in this kind of situation sometimes. I'll give you an example. It was just yesterday, I'd had a really long day, and then I wanted to upload my YouTube video, and then it was not cooperating. It just wasn't cooperating, and coupled with other things, so many things were calling for my attention, and I felt so overwhelmed. I started to cry.
Jenny, don't cry.
And what got me out of that space, because it's not a pleasant space, I would not lie to you. What got me out of that space, inconsequential as it may seem, is the fact that I put my phone down. All the things that needed my attention, I just told people please give me this time, I need to rest. And I just put my phone down. I went downstairs, I had something to eat, I had my bath, and I just chilled with family. And before I knew it, I was back in the game. You see, this life that we're in, there's no way to sugarcoat it, but it's not always rosy. In fact, most times it is on rosy, if there's a word like that. We are often facing one thing or the other. It's either something is chasing us or we are chasing after something. And then disappointments, heartbreaks, anxiety, loss, so many things we go through. I just want this video to be that video to let you know that you're not alone, because that's something that most of us make the mistakes of making, where we feel like I'm alone in this, I'm alone, the pressure is too much, there's no way anyone else is having it as bad as I'm having it, I'm the only one that's having this unique particular problem. It's a lie. And I know that it's a lie, because the only reason why you think that way is because everyone on social media is smiling and laughing, and nobody's actually saying their truth. No one is going to come out and say. Few people will come out and tell you how it really is. But if we really look into it, people are going through a lot that can mess with your psyche, especially when the pressure mounts up so much and you feel so overwhelmed. This video is for anyone who's felt like that lately, or who is feeling like I'm approaching that stage where I'm overwhelmed. Imagine you're trying to do something. Let's say you're trying to get a job, or you're trying to just make ends meet. The economic situation that we found ourselves in Nigeria is not helpful at all. And let's say maybe you're the firstborn and you just want to make something out of your life, and then you find that as you're striving, as you're doing, things are not just working as you planned it to be. I want to tell you that you're not alone. I want to tell you that it is perfectly normal. And there's so many of us in this same space. So the first thing that you want to know is you're not alone. Because when you think that you're alone, when you feel like this problem that I'm facing is only peculiar to me, then you're on a slow descent, because then you begin to isolate yourself from other people, because you feel like, oh, they can't understand. No one can understand what I'm going through. No one can see what it is that I'm going through, and you isolate yourself. And it is that process of isolating yourself that so many things kick in: depression, the anxiety of not knowing tomorrow, the disappointments that come with life, loss, sickness. These things are part of life, and everyone experiences it, whether you're a believer, whether you're an unbeliever, whether you're male, you're female, whether you're young or old, whether you're broke, whether you're rich. Everyone has a specific, let me say, demon, for lack of a better word. Everyone has a specific problem, that is facing them. That's something that maybe if we know that you're not alone, it would definitely make you feel better, because it does make me feel better when I know that I'm not alone. The second thing I want us to know is that it's okay to not be okay. We're not robots. It's okay to not be okay, because there's a stigmatization that comes with mental health. There's a stigmatization that comes with, I'm going through depression. There's a stigmatization that comes with all of these things. But it is actually okay to not be okay. Your feelings are valid. It is okay. You're not an outcast. Nothing is wrong with you. It is just what it is. But I also want to say that what is not okay is for you to now dwell and, immerse yourself and live perpetually in that space. That is what is not okay. If you find that you're constantly and consistently in that rut, I think that you should get some help, get professional help, talk to someone. I would, if you're my friend and you're watching this, I would rather listen to you talk than, send condolences. God forbid, God forbid. I've had people open up to me and tell me suicidal thoughts have run through my mind. And just by speaking to me and just like, bearing all their hearts out, they've actually felt better, by praying with them, by constantly checking up on them and reassuring them, even sharing some of my own experiences, to make them feel reassured that you're not alone, you're not crazy, you're not mad. This is something that, most people go through. It's just not something that most people talk about. And then I also want to say that sometimes we put unnecessary pressure on ourselves, especially when maybe you've set a goal for yourself. Maybe you have an unrealistic expectation that you want to achieve, and you've put a time frame to it. And then you find that as that time is approaching, it doesn't seem like you're getting closer to the end goal. And then, you're troubled, you're anxious. Don't go and kill yourself for nothing. Because this is actually, I was reading statistics, and people now are dying from stress than never before. People are literally dying from stress, and it's not just old people, young people, people that are in their 20s, early 20s like us. They are actually dying from stress. So don't go and mount too much pressure on yourself. Take it step by step, take it day by day, take it one at a time. Do not mount undue pressure on yourself, especially for the wrong reasons. Because if you check why we want to do some of these things, sometimes, it's for all the wrong reasons. Maybe your motive is to impress people or to show people that, yes, I've arrived, or something like that. Don't go and kill yourself. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to tell whoever it is that you're working for that, please, I'm not feeling well, and can I take the day off? It's okay to leave your desk, go to the toilet, splash water on your face, and just take deep breaths. It's okay to switch up your routine. It's okay to intentionally disrupt it sometimes, because sometimes we can get so into those routines, the cycle of life, that cycle of like work, wake up, work. We cannot see anything else outside it. So sometimes just disrupt that routine. Sometimes just take a break. If you can afford to go on a vacation, go on a vacation. If you cannot go on a vacation, if you're always in your house and it's starting to affect you, go somewhere with friends. The most productive thing that you can do for yourself sometimes is to rest. Worship has a way of like rejuvenating me. Just take out your phone, go to YouTube. I'm giving you gold right now. Go to YouTube, do worship Maverick City music playlist. And I kid you not, if you do that and then you don't feel better anytime that you feel overwhelmed or anxious or tired or discouraged, then come back and meet me. And why this is so important for me is because most of everything that we're going to have to do in this life, we have to do it with our head. So you cannot afford to lose your head. And as I'm talking, one thing is coming to my mind. I remember in University of Lagos, as an undergraduate, I found that sometimes, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, maybe when I'm reading my books and I feel like, oh more, I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, like there's still so much that I have to read, there's still so much that I have to cover, and maybe exam is like 9 a.m. the next day. Because I'm feeling overwhelmed, because I'm feeling, hey God, I'm anxious, I'm jittery, I am not stable anymore. I can't focus on what is in front of me. I'm wasting time in the library because I'm not really assimilating anything. My head is not in the right space. So when that happens, what I do is I close the book altogether. I might leave the library, I might go eat something, I could go to my hostel, sleep for like 1 hour, and I come back. I'm coming back refreshed. I'm coming back with eyes that can see properly. And I'm able to evaluate, okay, maybe I should read this and read that. I suspect that this will come out in exams, so I should focus my attention on this. I'm able to make better decisions. I'm able to excel, and I would excel in that course just because I did not lose my head. So it is very important that we don't lose our head. And yes, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that it blessed you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.